I think we need to define ripping off video because there is such thing as one, a coincidence, two, inspiration.
Yes, because let's actually talk about this. This is a really interesting subject to me. So the way I look at it is, like in this case, I might see something and she's given me a thought catalyst. So I want to talk about either expanding on what she said or just talk about my own perspective on something that's sort of tangentially related. Now, I have some mutuals and just some other people that I follow and people that I don't follow that I have literally seen make copies of my videos. Now, when I say copies, I don't mean word for word. That's dastardly. But I mean, they've saw my video. They've talked about some similar bullet points that I've talked about. And then they've, added their own additional color commentary above and beyond what I said. Now, this could just be parallel thinking, but in quite a few cases, no, it was like, no, this was clearly someone saw my video and then they wanted to make a version of that from their own perspective. I don't have any issues with that. I think that's fine. I think that's amazing. I also have some mutuals, people that do some comedy stuff, that have literally had folks word for word copy their script and just redo their own video. And this is something that I have seen from huge creators who essentially think that, you're little, you don't mean anything, I can do whatever I want. And that's disgusting. So if you follow me and you want to make your own videos, for what it's worth, copy my video. Use it as a thinking catalyst. Sometimes it's also just parallel thinking. Because of our algos, we, usually end up surrounding ourselves with people with similar thoughts. And that's okay too. So sometimes two people that exist in similar spaces, they're just going to have similar thoughts. And there's no issue with that. But I just think if you're going to flat out copy someone's stuff, you're a bad human being. So if you're one of my mutuals and, you've, I would say pseudo-copied, copy's not even the right word, used my videos as a sort of jumping off point or a thought catalyst, or just copied some of the bullet points that I've talked to very directly, but added your own sort of, interpretation of it, I don't have any sort of issue with that. I think, we can't, copyright knowledge. We can't copyright our opinions. But some people just do this in a dastardly way. And I just kind of wanted to ramble about my thoughts on this subject.